I may be very wrong about this, completely wrong, but here are my thoughts anyways. Okay, here are my thoughts anyways. I just realized something, that if you select the 4060 in the LOQ Intel 13G new LOQ, and even if you select the 13450HX, it gives you a 230 watt charger. If you go with any of the CPU, it gives you 230 watt charger, and that got me thinking, why? This is a laptop. 4060 uses 100 watt, maybe 110 watt. Where is all the other watt going? Maybe somewhat to the normal laptop operation. But why are they giving 230 watt charger as default? And looking at the sheet, it's immediately clear. 13450HX boosts up to 157 watt. That doesn't mean it's a good thing. Similarly, the 13650HX also boosts up to 157 watt. Also the 14700HX, basically a 13700HX under the hood, also boosts up to 157 watts. Intel wasn't able to solve the energy problem in the 12th gen or the 13th gen with E cores and P cores. How are they going to solve it in P cores? Anyways, moving on, moving on. There is one more thing that got me worried. It is, since we do not have the actual data for 13400KF, if you check the power consumption of the 14700K, the latest launch Intel i7 CPU, it's 280 watts. It's the maximum that it has ever been. A 5800 X3D in the same performance uses only 108 watt, and even a newer CPU like the 7900 X3D, a 7600, or where is the start CPU? I think it's the 7600X, 7th gen something. I think 7600X. I thought it was 78 something. Anyways, the point is, in power efficiency, it is bad. It is horribly bad. And that is the reason you are getting 100, 230 watt charger. And I suspect this is also the reason they haven't added an 80 watt hour option. I might be completely wrong about this, but I think this is the reason they haven't added it. Because people would buy the 80 watt hour battery thinking it will give them better battery life, and it won't, and they will complain. Okay, this is a complete this is a joke website, a complete something that just came to my head. And if uh, let's say you say, but yeah, it's a gaming laptop, we don't care about battery life and all, but you should care about power efficiency. Question is why? And the reason is, the charger is limited to 130 watt, just like something that happened in 7840 and 4060. Many people complain that when running the game on the highest performance setting, the battery levels drop a bit and keeps dropping, doesn't stop. So first things first, battery is, it looks like the battery has gone away. I do not know what nanometer this is on. Now, anyways, this is a speculation video, completely speculated video. Everything I say in this video can be wrong. That's why I said this earlier. But that is what I think. Based on what I'm saying here, I am just telling you. And I think this is also the reason. And I think this is also the reason. This is also the reason why why uh, there are such high scores on the laptop. I think this is the reason. And maybe this time we have to be careful, uh, not just the CPU. We cannot just make our decision based on the CPU benchmarks. We also need to check full load, because if the GPU is disabled and you push all the CPU power to Intel, that has happened in the past before, and it hits the said 150 watts out of 230 watt, so maybe it can perform good, but in a lower battery percentage. If you check the old Jared's video or something, if you limit the If you start the GPU, basically you play a game or you do anything that requires both CPU and GPU at the same time. If CPU takes all the power, it won't leave power for GPU, which is unlikely to happen. What is most likely to happen? GPU will get its allocated wattage, and the CPU will be left with a smaller wattage to work with. And knowing Intel for the last 3 gens, 12th, 13th, and 14th gen, they perform horribly at lower wattage, unlike the AMD systems. AMD 45 watts. If you remember this course, I remember it. If you go ahead and check the old videos, let me show you what will happen. This is the 7840HS. Okay, and here are its, I remember it's by Cinebench scores. These I put 16,500. The actual score is 17,200, 17,300. If you check the old Gizmotech video. So, but most people still got 16,500 or 16,000 around by just limiting the CPU to 45 watts. The CPU, when it was 90 watt, was hitting 17,000 and those crazy numbers. When it was limited to 45 watts, it was still hitting a good percentage of that. It was still hitting 16,000 on a lower wattage. That matters. Intel CPUs in the 12, 13, and 12 and 13 gen at least, where did not work like this. You give them less power, the performance output dropped dynamically. Yeah, I'm not talking about battery life. Forget battery and everything. We have left that train long ago. We are talking about normal work using a laptop like a desktop, basically. That is the reason to get the 13700HX, 14700, all the HX CPU is to get the most of the out of the laptop. Now, it's a complete speculation video. I may be completely wrong. So, I don't know. Let's see what happens.